From red and white wines to maybe even wines created from plums and apples.
The Valley Today's Abby Furchner is live with us this morning to show us how one winery in the area creates their delicious recipes. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, guys. I'm here at 4E Winery with Greg Cook, who is the owner, and you guys have quite an extensive process you go through to create your wines. And so let's start from the beginning. Where do you even start?
Well, we start with the fruit because wine is made in the vineyard, but we get the grapes here and then we have to do a lot of processing to them. So we've got to remove the stems and we got to crush those berries so they'll start to ferment and release their juices. And then red wines and white wines will be different. So for example, we just did this white wine here on Monday. We got about almost 2 tons of grapes. We put them in our crusher destemmer, and then those grapes were pumped into a press to press the juice out. And these tanks are full of freshly pressed grape juice if you'd like to taste some.
Yes, absolutely. But we'll do that in just a second. So this is where you put all the grapes, correct?
Grapes go in here, yes, and then that separates the stems from the berries, and then it breaks them open, gently breaks them and crushes them, and then it's pumped into a press, which will press out the juice, and then that juice is pumped into the tank.
And when it comes to red wines, you were telling me that kind of the whole grape goes in, correct?
Yes. We don't have to press that juice right away, so those grapes with all the skins and everything are put right into a tank and then allowed to ferment to extract all those colors and wonderful flavors from the red skins.
And when it comes to your guys' fruit wines, you have apple, you have plum, you have everything under the sun pretty much. Is it the same process, or how do you guys get your fresh fruit wines?
Yeah, so sometimes the fruits can be done under the same process. Sometimes they're pressed right away, sometimes they're fermented with the pulp, and it really depends on that fruit and if we need to extract things from the pulp or just use the juice. So
okay, and let's try this fresh fruit.
Put your cup right there. I can sample that. This is brand new Brianna grape juice from the Brianna grape. It's one of our cold climate grapes.
Okay, here we go. Fresh pressed. No, there's no alcohol in this yet, correct?
It'll start to ferment probably by tomorrow.
And so how long, before I try this, how long does it take, to ferment in bottle?
So the wine, the sugar to alcohol conversion by the yeast happens within a couple of weeks, but then the wine is very cloudy, full of fruit pulps and dead yeast. It settles and ages over about 6 months to a year to get it to clarify and be ready to bottle.
Oh my goodness, so let's try this out.
I knew it was a lengthy process, but I didn't know
so
if it was
fresh.
Fresh and sweet, right? So wine grapes have higher sugar than what a table grape would be typically.
Okay, so it's so fresh, it's so sweet, it's just delicious.
Perfect for breakfast.
Sadly, not alcohol in there yet.
Not yet.
But we'll wait, it'll get there.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us. Thank you.
Ahead here on the Valley Today,